We go to beautiful, gorgeous Boone, North Carolina, where Katie is on the line. Katie, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Katie. How can I help today?
I am looking for a career change.
Okay.
Thanks to the proximity principle, I've read your book, I've listened to it. I've put myself in close proximity with people that can help me land the career of my dreams.
Uh-huh.
But they kind of know me and associate me with the current organization, kind of as the face of the organization. So I'm struggling with knowing how to break that barrier with these individuals without sacrificing the integrity of my current role and also the organization.
That's a mouthful. Let me spit back to you what I think I heard.
Please.
So you've got the people. You got the connections to people that can open up doors for you in other places. Do you know where you want to go?
That's a loaded question. I don't know where I want to go, but I know who I want to be around.
Okay, but see,
so where that is, I'm not as focused on current.
Okay, so you don't need to figure out Mount Everest. You're just trying to figure out how to best associate with the right people. I've never had this question before. I'm almost confused by what you're saying because you've got this current brand is what's going on. You've got this brand because you're the face of a local organization.
Correct. And so I have
worried
these relationships.
And you've got relationships, okay.
Mm-hmm. But these relationships, one of my roles is to grow the facility and just be an advocate. And so nobody secretly knows that I'm miserable.
Oh, I see. So you're worried about getting the word out that you're looking for a change.
Correct.
Okay. Now that makes sense. You were so incredibly cryptic that I didn't even understand what you were saying. You're just worried about you're not ready to leave yet, and so you don't want to be forced out, nor do you want to hurt and denigrate the organization at all. You just know you got to get out. And how do I get out without hurting relationships and hurting the reputation of the organization?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I got it. Well, on one hand, I think you're going to appreciate the simplicity of it. On the other hand, you might not appreciate the simplicity of my answer.
I like simple.
Okay. You got to trust some people. And you got to know that you can trust them before you trust them. And then at that point, if all evidence that you have is that they're trustworthy, meaning they can keep it quiet, then you got to trust that they'll keep it quiet, but there's no guarantee. And then I would also say beyond that, if you don't run the organization down, meaning even accidentally, and the way that you won't do that is by not saying anything negative at all, just go, I have realized that my time is done only because there's another role for me. There's a new chapter for me, and make it about you, not them.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
So even if it were to get back, the only thing that could ever get back to the current organization is Katie knows that there's a new chapter for her, and that new chapter isn't here. And there's no comment at all about how miserable you are.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty darn simple. So that here's the whole point. Whatever you say, you got to be cool that it would get back to those people. And that's a really good guardrail. So it's all about, hey, good people, fine organization, done some good work there. Grateful for those folks. But I know that that time has come for me to move on. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I don't know exactly what it is. So therefore, I'm not ready. And I don't want to in any way hurt the organization or throw them into a panic. I'm going to leave well. So I'd appreciate you just being sensitive. But it's one of those things that anything you say got back to them. The only surprise would be that maybe that you're looking for a new chapter. And they say, why didn't you tell us? Well, because I don't know what the next chapter is completely. Therefore, I don't know what the timing is. And so until that time, I'm here. That's all an honest statement, is it not?
It is. It absolutely is.
Well, then that's what I would say.
Thank you, Ken. That's great.
Yeah, Katie, go for it. Hey, I want to hear back from you, by the way, because this is fun. It's like you called in, and this is the preface to the story. We don't even know the first chapter yet.
There's more. There's more coming.
Okay, listen, that's how you do that, and I'm glad you called because I've never had that question before, and I think that'll help a lot of people. So we learned through you today, Katie, so thanks for calling. Really good stuff. What a good lady, by the way. folks, I just want to put a period on that. If you operate in a positive, futuristic state of mind, then any conversation you have about change will always be wrapped in that positive, futuristic mindset. You're not talking about denigrating the old place. You're not, even if all that stuff might be true, that maybe it's a bad culture, maybe it's you know what? It doesn't even matter, does it? What matters is the future that you desire. So when you start talking about it, make it all about you. It's kind of that, I remember getting broken up with, the last time I got broken up with, it was in college, right? And so I remember the girl saying to me, literally straight out of the Relationship 101 handbook, she was in tears, Joe. In my car, in tears. I was like, why are you crying? She couldn't get it out. Then she managed to summon the courage and talk through her tears and tell me that she wanted to break up with me, but it wasn't me, it was her. How many times have we heard that before? It's like a movie line. It's like a punchline. I actually had somebody tell me that, Joe. Yikes. But here's the deal. That's how you need to talk about your future. It's not my company. It's not you folks. It's me. There's something new for me, and I know that I got to get after it. It's not you. It's me. That works. It does not work relationship-wise, but I think it works in this situation because it keeps the conversation. Now, it doesn't mean they're not going to wonder. It doesn't mean they're not going to stew about it. But we can only be held accountable for what we say and what we do. And if you handle it that way, you're going to be fine.